Hello? Anybody in there? Sorry about the delay, guys.
What, did you tweet that you were gonna go live?
Well, I said in a bit.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Tweeting. All right. Tweeted. Whoa. Oh, cool. Oh, Metro. Fuck. I'm not playing Metro. Thank you for filling up the chat. There you go. Okay. Woke up a bit early to catch a show. Wait, a bit early? What the fuck? What? A bit? Miss Fable says she woke up a bit early to catch the show. That means she woke up fucking. It's 10 o'clock. So you woke up at fucking 5 a.m. is a bit early? You fucking maniac? I'm gonna experiment with something today. I'm gonna rearrange the screen a little bit. I've been toying around. I don't know if anybody noticed on the Metro stream, I made the screen bigger and kind of changed its angle a little bit. I have a headache, that's why I'm squinting. Here, I kind of like arranged it in a different way. I don't know if that's gonna bring in the kill feed a bit more for you guys or not. It's a little less dramatic of an angle there. I think I'd have to rearrange the chat a little bit to match that. Let me see. Okay. Well, it's still dramatic, that angle, Guy Manley. It's just a little less angled. It's just, I think maybe I'm just trying it out on a show that doesn't really matter much. And then I'll compare side by side later. It really bugs me now that the angle of the stage doesn't really match the screen. We rearranged the stage a couple months into doing shows here in Japan. I don't know if you guys noticed, we ended up being a little bit further away. We were closer before when we first started here to the screen. And I rearranged it so we're a bit further away. The stage is a bit different angled. It opened us up a little bit more to you guys. I liked it. I like it better for how it looks for our arrangement, but it does annoy me that like the only way the stage can be lined up at the screen is if we're facing more like this away from you. And then like basically my head always looks like this, like you can barely even see my left eye. But the way it is now, you always see my left eye, so it feels like much more like you're seeing our full expressions and stuff and our reactions, as opposed to like the way it was when we first started here in Japan. I think I always looked like this, and I didn't like that. In addition to, we were closer than I liked, which we don't love because like it's so harsh when you're really close and you're not looking your best that day and you're getting old. All right, we'll see how people like that. Yeah. We'll see. All right. Let's get started. And I'm not recording because I don't need to today. I'm not going to. It's just an Overwatch show. I'm just going to let it archive on Twitch. I actually have to fix the show and trailer archives, so I'm limited on hard drive space while I fix that. I need more hard drives. No, I don't. I need to clear off the ones I have. Fuck. All right, here we go. Hey buddies, welcome to a May Day on the show. I have tried to do one of these in the past, but then decided I wasn't in the mood, where I really wanted to buckle down and play some May. But the exception was, at that time, I had not played May a lot on my own, whereas for the last couple days, I've played a lot of May on my own. I've done a lot of experimentation, and I've discovered a lot of things about her that I think I'll start the show by just chatting about and discussing. I've learned a lot about May. Some of you guys may have heard me talk about it before on the show, that I like characters that are rounded and versatile in such a way that they can be used basically no matter what the situation. So like a team always needs an Orisa or some sort of shield tank. A team always needs a hit scan. So I like to get good at a character that does any one of these things so that I can like reliably, if I'm in the mood to play that character that day, I can play as that character without trouble. As opposed to like a team doesn't always need a Hammond, a team doesn't always need a Junkrat or whatever. And I've always thought that about Mei. I thought that she was one of the like most situational characters, but you learn after you like really buckle down and spend some time with a character. I've learned that maybe that's not completely true. She is pretty amazing on lots of maps. You just gotta get really good at using her in the right situations, or like adapting to the right method of play in different situations, specifically on offense. I've done some really cool rollouts with Mei on offense. Taking advantage of enemy positioning to cut them off from their team to... the worst part about it is, I'll say, is that this requires your team to be on board with you, which is the biggest downside, I'd say, to playing a good Mei, is that you can be doing really well, but if your team's not on board with taking advantage of Mei's tactics, then no amount of good Mei play is really going to help them. Like, I've been on teams where I'll cut off an enemy Reinhardt perfectly. It's just him and 6 characters staring at him, giving everybody about roughly 5 seconds to kill him before the ice wall comes down and his team comes and saves him. I've had teams that rush in and just, oh no, somebody already left. Rush in, beat the shit out of the Reinhardt the exact way that you're supposed to. I've seen teams that just stand back and just keep on firing at his shield as though there's nothing they can do about it. Like, oh, well, there's a shield in between us and him, so clearly we can't do anything to this Reinhardt. So that is frustrating, but for the most part, I'd say like 4 to 5 times you're gonna have a team that sort of gets the hint, gets the general idea of what they should be doing. That's the thing, is Mei is so rare on teams that people don't generally know how to play with her sometimes. The same way that people don't know how to play as Mei sometimes. But yes, a good Mei is scary, and a good Mei is super annoying, which I've learned when I do really well as Mei. Boy, do teams focus you down. Holy shit, did they get angry at you. And I was thinking back, and that's something that I've like noticed also, is like in the rare occasion that you play against a Mei that is just pissing you off, you really do focus her. I've thought about it, like I have done that. I've hunted them down with like, I've gone on full tilt and chose characters just to deal with the Mei. Which is also difficult because what deals with a Mei?
World is worth fighting for.
Unfortunately, characters that I don't play a lot. McCree. McCree can deal pretty good with a Mei. It makes her have to be less aggressive. She can't get into the battle as much because if she gets flashbanged, she's usually going to be dead. She's a little bit wider than other characters, so it's a lot easier for McCree to line up all 6 of those. What do they call that move? The one where he unloads his whole clip. Just like Torbjorn, the squatter, wider characters, no offense, Mei, they're easier to put all those bullets into. Fan the hammer. All right, now I need to concentrate. All right, so separating, it's just us, and it's a 6 versus 3 battle there. Now I'll drop the wall. Knowing when to drop the wall is also a huge part of playing Mei. You need to be really aware of what's going on in the battle. There we go. Pretty good rollout. But yeah, you don't need something that people I don't realize, including myself until recently, is you don't need a good choke point to play an effective Mei. Because the fact is, a wall still takes a long time to walk around. Like, it doesn't take the full 5 seconds that a wall lasts to walk around. Oh, I should have been aggressive with them. Shit, I fucked that up a little bit. Oh, that Rhine is almost dead. I wish somebody was able to get through. Ah, didn't save myself.
Everyone is counting on me.
Milani's here. But yeah, it doesn't take 5 seconds to walk around that wall. It is 5 seconds that the wall lasts, right? So while it doesn't take 5 seconds to walk around it, it still takes like a good 3 to 4 seconds. So it's almost the same, as long as you like cut them off properly, if they are all kind of bunched up, it can have the same effect as oh, that was a fuck up. And I shouldn't use my ult right now. I have to try not to, I have to fight the urge to just, that's pretty bad. Milani likes to play Mei. It's your Norwegian blood. I know she's Chinese, but like, it's the I pictured Milani that you just always wear a snowsuit. Looks like I'm not gonna need my ult because my team's carrying me. Okay, maybe now. Always get those headshots if you can. Where'd that Genji? Genji's fucking hate me. Oh, the Roadhog saved the Genji, but it's okay. The round is over.
Nano boost administered.
5 seconds for the wall. I live in the temperate part of Norway. The temperate part of Norway, where they only have to wear one parka instead of 3 layered up. But yeah, one of the most effective things about Mei, especially in pubs, is that she really fucks with it, disrupts a team, and can really kind of put them on tilt. Like, as soon as you stop a couple good pushes from a team, like you cut off one character, they die, that Reinhardt is dead. The entire team, if they're good, realizes that they have to kind of wait for that Reinhardt to respawn to have a good, like, fair matchup again. So like, everybody starts getting impatient, and people start going in out of turn. And you can end up, before they know it, the round is almost over. Uh-oh. I had to use that wall to save myself. It's okay. They were in pursuit. Another thing that I'm feeling, I haven't played Mei since I think she was buffed. Her Icicle, I think they took, maybe I have played her since, but they took away fall off damage, I do believe, on her Icicle. She's also, since she was released, been given some buffs to her clip size, or I think the expenditure of her ammo, I forget exactly which. I'm in trouble, yeah. Damn it. I'm kind of fucking up these walls a little bit. Luckily, I'm with a pretty strong team that's carrying me a little bit. Her ult size was also really increased. Gonna try to cut off their team here. Got him! That's how you do it, but unfortunately the rest of our team isn't here. I think we need this right now to slow them down. They're on a bit of a roll. Ah, that fucking Lucio. One of the things I'm having trouble getting used to is the lead time on her on her ice beam. It's hard to think of it as a projectile, but that's what it is. It's technically, I think, a stream of projectiles, like a stream of little squares. Just buying time. 8 seconds. Yeah, we can do this. Oh. Yeah, fuck. Fuck, I thought somebody was next to me. I thought a deadly McCree was near. Yes, he is. I knew it. I knew he was nearby. Oh no. Are they gonna take it because of that? This is the trouble with not playing with headphones. I would have known for sure where that McCree was if I had headphones in.
Wait for me.
Yeah, that was a tough ult to unleash because I had a feeling that it might be a panic ult. Like, it's hard to... A big part about getting better at this game is getting less panicky, getting more confident with your decisions and your moves. For me with Mei, it's been, a part of it has been realizing that she's a 250 health character and like kind of utilizing that.
It's high tide.
Keeping in mind that she's 200. Oh, that McCree thought that me capping was the whole team capping, and that's why he unleashed his ultimate out there.
This fight is
He kind of wasted that, but it doesn't seem to matter because we need a good push. I've almost got my ult, and so does 3 other characters on the team, so we should be able to take this back. Another thing I've noticed with playing as Mei is if you say hello, people are way more likely to say hi back if they had a hi from a Mei. She's just too cute to not say hello back to.
Experience tranquility.
Pretty good. Not my best round. Playing without headphones, I feel like affects me a bit.
Play of the game.
I've had times where I'm playing and I have headphones in and they jiggle and then the audio cuts out and you suddenly feel blind.
It's high.
As soon as the audio cuts out, you're like, what the fuck? It's like somebody like suddenly covered one eye or something. Like you don't have depth perception. It's the same as taking away depth perception. Give it to the Anna. That Reinhardt was pretty good. Remember when we used to make friends? What did we do exactly? We would just go out as in pubs as all, was it 6 Meis and just say hi to everybody? Oh yeah, it was a pre-game thing where you could go say hi and make friends because we'd do that. I don't do the pre-game stuff anymore, the skirmishes, but because I'd rather just concentrate on. A lot of times when I'm playing Overwatch, I'll study Japanese in between rounds, take those 3 minutes and 3 to 5 minutes and work on some of my vocab or whatever. Getting matches really quick though tonight. It's a Sunday at 2300, 11 o'clock.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Yeah. Me too. I should be doing more Overwatch shows.
Select your hero.
Especially during the winter where it's a bit chilly outside, so it's I think probably like people didn't believe it when I really honestly said Overwatch shows don't happen in place of where another show would go. They're just shows where I've decided to go start playing Overwatch and I decided to turn on the stream. And it's true. And the thing is, I just haven't been playing as much Overwatch since we moved here because every day there's been either something to do or I've been like completely preoccupied with getting out into this new country I live in and like going and exploring. So like feels like all my free time has been filled up, so there hasn't been as much free time to play Overwatch. But February here is one of the coldest months. Not that it's crazy cold, but I've kind of scaled back my bike rides a little bit, so I have a bit more time to play some casual Overwatch. I think Octopath Traveler also took the place of Overwatch during that month where I was experimenting with those super casual streams where I would lay around with kitties. People just didn't seem that interested in Octopath Traveler, and to be frank, neither did I after a while. I fucked up. I thought they were I don't even know why I would want to go aggro up there. What I should be doing is cutting off the team. See, yeah. That was supposed to be a little bit closer. I wanted to get the Rhine. So I haven't watched much Overwatch League because, well, I have watched some matches and really thought they were entertaining. I just don't know that I have time in my, like, maybe for some major matches I should, like, do streams where we watch it together. It'd be interesting to just watch the pros play a little bit. There we go! Thank you, healers. Uh-oh, he's gonna come for me. No, he didn't. Yay! I did not mean to. I did mean to get that headshot on that other person. Let's cut off the reinforcements. Oh shit. There's nobody here for us though. It was just me and Ryan. Alright, at least I got my ult. We have 3 ults ready.
I have to get back in the fight.
Yeah, something I've noticed about playing as Mei is that it really feels like she... I went in like I had my ice cube ready and I didn't. That was dumb. It feels as though she soaks up, gets hit by more things. Like she has a giant hitbox. I just feel like Junkrat spam hits me way more easy than with other characters. And that I feel like she has a head the size of a bus. Ah. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Swing your hammer, Ryan. Oh, I guess he was doing a fire strike. That makes sense. Don't want them to come back in. But they probably won't get here in time anyways. Now I can't do this because I'll cut off Zarya. Her hitbox is bigger. You notice it, I'll be honest. I was going in playing with her as though she was like, say, a Moira or something, like going in thinking I was more resilient than I was, and then quickly realizing that I was dying a lot quicker than I was used to. And yeah, they give her a bigger hitbox to kind of compensate. Oh, fuck. Cut off their healer, that was good. Do we have anybody? I should have unleashed that, I think. There was nobody to take advantage of that ult. That was dumb. Sometimes you see an opportunity, you just don't have time to, like, you weren't paying attention to the kill feed, so you don't know how much of your team is available. So that was wasted. What does GOATS stand for? Like, I know in sports it stands for greatest of all time. GOATS is a 3 tank, 3 support. Why is it called GOATS? Woo! Narrowly got away from that one. That ought to buy us enough time to cap. There we go. It's the name of a contender's team that came up with the strat. 3 tank, 3 support, eh? So which are the tanks? What are the popular? I know that Reinhardt and Zarya are very popular right now. Lucio, Brigitte, Zen, Moira are the supports. Lucio's great. He doesn't get played enough in pubs, I find, because I love having Lucio on my team when he's playing right. I guess I could say that for any character. I think I just saved myself from dying in that trap. I had a low enough health that I think landing in his trap was going to kill me. Yeah, I don't know why I put up the ice wall. I can't block you from a tire. Hey, buddy. So, Diva, Zarya, and Ryan are Winston usually. So, I've heard people online saying, like, Overwatch is boring now, it's stagnated, the meta is boring. It's like, why do people say that? You're not a pro. Don't play the meta. Who do you think you're kidding playing the meta? If the meta is stale, don't play the meta. Play another character, switch it up. Learn a new character. There's so many, there's no way you've mastered them all. Like, people complain about every meta because they think that they're, like, on their way to Grandmaster and the top 500, and they think that if they're not playing the way the pros are playing, then that's the reason that they haven't. Like, they just need to follow that template, color by numbers, and soon they'll be as great as those guys. Meanwhile, there's top 500 Torbs. There's top 500 Bastion mains. The meta doesn't the be-all and end-all.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
People just, like, I've said this before,
But I will see them.
people stagnate in their skill level. They're unwilling to challenge themselves. They're unwilling to improve as a player. And so they blame the game. And I think this is, like, kind of like the typical way that any game, competitive game, is always going to go. It's going to be popular for a time. It'll have a honeymoon phase. After a while, the luster will wear off, then some new content will be released and people get excited again. Then eventually, people just start to get bitter because they've decided, oh, Overwatch sucks because clearly I'm one of the best players in the world and nobody has recognized that yet. The game hasn't given me the award that tells me that I'm the best, so it's a shit game. As with most things in the world, the problem lies in a lack of big dick energy. It's really satisfying when a player turns around to retreat because their entire advancement strategy was based on being able to retreat in that moment, and then they're like, oh fuck, my whole especially Reapers where they race and they try to get away and they can't get through the ice wall. It's very satisfying to know that you set that up, but it's also sometimes sad. Like when you see a Lucio and he turns around and he's just wall riding your wall trying to get out and he can't, and you're like, I don't know, I always feel sad when I kill a Lucio. I would have usually used a wall to do that, but I was out of wall. I only had my ice block. See, when you use a wall to save yourself like I just did, make sure you take it down right away, because maybe your Zarya or your Rhine had a shot lined up and they thought they were gonna... it's never more frustrating than when you're playing with a Mei and she uses a wall to save herself, then leaves it up when you had a person almost dead. You're I almost had that guy was running away and you put up a fucking wall to save yourself and now there's nothing I can do to get that guy. You're hurting the team. Uh-oh, they know I'm here. The secret's out.
60 seconds remaining.
This Zen has got his bead on me. He definitely wants me dead. I usually do this a lot more. I'm surprised I haven't been. There we go. That's classic Mei right there. Default Mei.
30 seconds remaining.
Ah, I left. Oh, well, that's okay. I want to be here for this. One thing to remember is that her ice beam goes through characters now. So when there's multiple characters lined up, the icicle does more damage to an individual character, but if you have 3 or more characters lined up, it's better to use the ice beam because you'll be doing more damage overall. Unless you know there's a character that you could finish with a single icicle. But in a Zarya bubble like that, oh, this is the Genji switched to Tracer, he's pissed. But I'm an even bigger counter to Tracer. So why did she choose Tracer? Mei can one-shot a Tracer with her icicle.
Play of the game.
Thanks, Chubb. I get better all the time by little bits, but usually I think I've pretty much hit. I've realized some technical limitations to my abilities. I don't think I'll ever get better. There's only so much you can do for your physical ability, and I spent a lot of time training my thumbs and fingers with Ashe, and I loved playing as her, but I stagnated. I couldn't get higher than 2200, and I switched up my play style with her a lot too. I tried to play her more aggressive, more laid back, farther back, tried to change my positioning, the way I went at the game, and after logging many hours here, let me check how many hours I played as Ashe. I think I stagnated in my technical ability, that not much more of my tactical ability, which is my main strength, I think, as a player, like especially my rock, paper, scissors ability, but that doesn't happen when you're playing an individual character. Being able to switch up according to the situation. I guess what I'm doing is looking up how much Ashe I've played. 23 hours. I guess that's not a huge amount. I would have thought it was closer to 50. Oh wait, I played her a lot in quick play first. Okay, closer to 50. Yeah, that is the best part about Overwatch. You don't need perfect mechanical skill. It's like they designed the game, and I think they did keep in mind, even though it doesn't seem like it all the time, that Blizzard seems to care about console, but they really did keep in mind that this game could be made great across the board. It rewards people who are great at technical skill. It rewards people who aren't as great at technical skill but want to make up for it with some tactical skill. That's not an either or though, of course. The people with great tactical skill and technical skill are going to be the dominant top 500 people. But people look at characters like, it makes me so mad when they look at Moira play and they're like, that doesn't, all you have to do is like press the button and she auto aims and so it takes no skill. That's fucking bullshit. Like, it takes timing, positioning, and it still takes aim regardless of what they think. You have to be able to, like, getting a Genji or like a fast moving character with Moira is still a challenge, especially when they're all up in your grill. Yeah, Winston, Reinhardt, these characters that are, as I call them, blunt instruments. They definitely still have technical skill involved, but they have a lower ceiling than, say, like a Widowmaker or a McCree. But yeah, with characters that, I get frustrated a lot with characters that are like either it's all or nothing, like you either you land the shot or you don't, and if you don't land the shot, you fucked up, or if you do, it's great, but if you don't, like I like consistency, so I like characters that are blunt instruments because they're more consistent. I know that more reliably, yeah, got that line. Okay, we need to buy time now for our team. I hope that buys a little bit. Just wanted to cut her off from her team, but it didn't seem to do that. This team's hard to get a beat on. Like, they're all over the map, so I don't know where to put a wall. What's going to cut them off? I put it in the wrong spot. And I used my ice too early. Gotta get out of here. Come on, Ryan, just step forward a little bit more so I can escape. Yeah, these guys are playing odd. Where are they going? What are they? Okay, our Rhine's down, so we definitely need to buy time now. I'm gonna do my best. Maybe my ice wall will do, my blizzard will do that. I tried to put up the wall to protect us in time, but she killed me before I could. They've used a really good combo of ults. I think they're gonna take that. Hey, buddy. Hi. Again, I'm just buying time for our team so we can regather here a little bit. Sometimes I hate it when our team has the same characters. Like, I keep on hearing our Zenyatta's orb charging, and I think it's their Zenyatta, so I don't want to pop my head around the corner. With headphones, that'd be easier to tell who is who, but... Did I lock anybody? No, I didn't lock anybody over there. Good. I don't know if I fucked up there. Where did Zarya put her ult? I think she fucked up. I think that Anna's a bit too preoccupied to heal me, so I'm gonna heal myself while we have a break in the action. I like that the team's playing aggressively at this pinch point, though. Come on, yeah! There we go, boys. We got him. And girls. Phew. It's okay, Anna. I'll heal myself. It's good. Focus on the tank. Oh, we've been... Oh, rogue. Reinhardt flame. I thought... Oh, this is bad. We got a kill. That's good, but they got a kill. Then they rezzed. Then they got another kill. We have to regroup.
Group up with me.
Do you guys like the kill feed there now? Is it better on this episode? Yeah, we're due for a new character, aren't we? Yeah, I'd like to see a new tank. I think they're done with shield tanks. I tried to get the Mercy, but she was too far away to see properly. Ah! I didn't know she froze there. Oh man. Phew. Hey buddy. How you doing? Do you want on my lap? Okay. Just a second, pal. Sometimes you don't need to be aggressive, your team to be aggressive to take advantage of a Mei wall, because if the opposite team is doing a charge, sometimes the guy who's in the lead doesn't know a Mei wall went up and he'll continue in. Oh my god. Oh, I see what she's doing. So you'll put up a Mei wall as they're like making this really aggressive advance, and then like the Reinhardt he didn't hear the Mei wall and he keeps marching forward and to his death. I will admit I've been on teams where a Mei did that, and I was like a Reinhardt or a tank who was making the charge, and I'm like, why the fuck didn't my team come with me? And then I realized what happened. Survive, 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 survive. Hey, I wanted that punch. Do you want to get on me?
Score 0-1. Switching sides.
Wonder what kind of a tank they could do next that doesn't involve a shield, since Jeff said that he didn't want to add more shields to the game. or he didn't want to get too shield crazy going forward after he introduced Orisa. He introduced Orisa and he said during that thing, he said, now we want to be careful not to get too shield crazy. And then they just added Hammond, and he was a disruptive tank. Maybe something more along the lines of Roadhog that can stand alone on, like, can be more of like heals himself type of character. Zarya's kind of like that. She can take care of herself with her recharging shields as long as she plays as conservatively.
Reinhardt, you said you would arm wrestle me.
Matrix.
Nervous?
Nervous? Me? Never!
March, July, November. So when's the next one due? Like this month or next month? March? Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commence. Capture objective A.
Enemy contact.
Yeah, I love. Oh, I'm sorry, Ruds. I just love that Reinhardt so much. I had to say it. That guy was awesome. He went in and he fucking took that guy. Oh, headshot. How did he? He got lucky because I came out of my ice block early. There's no way he knew to shoot at that moment. That was a lucky shot. Damn it. I always come out of my ice block unpredictably because I don't want them to be able to know when to fire and to get me successfully.
Enemy contact.
Ash here.
I am taking the objective.
Let's just get ready, guys. Oh shit. I didn't know whether to. Oh, no, 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 sorry, come back, come back. Wait. This is a weird little advance that I played odd, but I didn't know what to do. I have to say again, this opposing team is playing weird. Like, their positioning is odd. They're always kind of like retreating instead of like, I mean, I guess it's a good thing because it's not working for them, right? But it makes me as Mei feel a little bit useless because I can't. Mei works good at punishing good teams, you know, like it fucks up good strategies. She takes their good aggressive strategies and uses them against them. But when a team is always being like, they're always on the defensive, like walking backwards, like trying not to engage us, like they're afraid. And so I can't really do much about that as Mei. You want some, Lucio? Don't kill me. Get him, guys. Get him, guys. They're all frozen. Get him. Oh, why are you retreating?
大家都指望着我呢。
Escorting the payload.
That Junkrat was frozen dead to rights. But it seems we won the team fight anyways. Yeah, we did.
Nanoboost is ready to deploy.
The payload is approaching its
Fire at will. Огонь по...
victory.
These haven't been difficult matches because for the last two matches, and I'm not saying that
The game.
facetiously or viciously. It's true. Like the teams have been playing with weird strategies. They're not very
Experience tranquility.
cohesive.
Огонь по готовности.
So I haven't even been needed that much as a disruptor. Love that Rhine, man. Very aggressive. Knows how to use an ice wall. That's pretty amazing high energy. 77% average energy is insane for Zarya. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back. Back real soon, guys. I just need to pee. Is it really today is 6 months? Today is 6 months since we moved here, Becky. Says we moved here on the 17th, I guess. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Wow. We're planning to do a show where we vlog or we talk about Japan. I've just been like working on the details of how I want to present it. But we'll be doing that soon. Hey guys. So the reason I know that I'm playing a pretty good Mei is that I've been going up in rank. I've been boomeranging because I've been experimenting with a bunch of different characters. I experimented with Junkrat for a bit. Didn't do too well. I need to continue to work on my play with him because I need to respect Junkrat a bit more, I think, to understand him. I need to play as him more. He just gets really frustrating for me because I'm always like trying to hit a person and his grenades are so slow. I always get frustrated that I'm not able to get the guy I look at that I want to kill. Junkrat's kind of like, to me, an either all-out, crazy, balls to the wall, doesn't care if he gets killed but does as much damage as he can to a team type character, or he's a layback and tactically protect an area type character. Because Junkrat's a character you don't want to pursue down a hole. A proper placement of a good Junkrat trap is also super effective at fucking up a team that doesn't learn from it anyways.
Thank you. Spasiba. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I think the reason I don't like Junkrats on my team is so many of them play out on their own. You never see them with the team, so it feels as though your team is like lacking DPS because one of your DPS is off doing his own mission. Sometimes it's to a great effect, sometimes it's to a horrible effect. Sometimes Junkrats are just like any of these characters like Tracers or Sombras that go off on their own to go do their own thing, flanking. You don't know whether they're doing well or not. Lots of time they're not doing great, in my experience. They're just off, like, they're getting kills, but they're getting non-consequential kills, like ones where they ping off a guy, but it wasn't at the front lines where it really mattered, where we needed to make progress. Fuck. I didn't want to have to disengage there, but now I have to get up close to survive because I have no retreat. There we go. What? Everybody's coming after me. Really close to dying right there. There we go, guys. Let's get him. Come on. Get him. Lace into him. Oh, come on, guys. How do you let him survive? I mean, yes, the Zarya saved him, but... Whoops. I'm sorry. I know. You're looking at my... As soon as I die, I'm going to get you on my lap again. I'm going to try not to yell again. I don't blame them for not getting Ryan there, because he was in a weird spot. Ah, I fucked up that wall. I wanted to cut off that whole team and force them into my ult, and I fucked up everything.
Pass into the iris.
Doesn't matter. Looks like... We gotta hurry, bud.
Counting on me.
Okay. Ah, you're so weird.
Turret's being destroyed.
This is hard to do, bud. Okay, I think that the this is my job. See, that's why you want to come out of your ice just a little early, because otherwise he would have pinned me. He had it timed perfectly, but I came out early, so I was able to get out of his way.
Everyone is counting on me. Diva online.
Yeah, Junk went way down in popularity. Did he get nerfed? I can't remember now. Everybody was playing him for a while. Oh, I hate it when your left thumb is just not quick enough for your brain to register it. Look behind you, team. There's a Hanzo playing like an idiot.
That could have gone better.
Alright, I gotta concentrate here, but it's hard with Rudiger. Come here, bud. Get on my lap. If I wasn't doing a Mei-centric show, I would pick a counter to Pharah right now. I tried to get early, but he was too close to stop the pin. Nobody on this team wants to counter Pharah. Roadhog kind of does, so does D.Va, so hopefully they'll focus her, but I don't think... Oh, Roadhog got her. Didn't matter. Nobody wanted to jump on the payload to stop it anyways. Why are we stopping it now, guys? That's a bad place for us to... I almost got that D.Va killed. You're a good boy. I think you're affecting my gameplay, buddy. Oh! Gather up. It is distracting. He's the
I have to
cutest.
get back in the fight.
I want to pet you, but you're really hurting my spawn times here.
Roger.
The lack of a shield tank is hurting our team pretty badly. An Orisa, which is my forte, would really help. I might just switch for the end of this match to see if I can prove a point. Might be too late. Like, Hanzo's just having a field day right now. He's loving this. No shield tank. He's just like, I'm surprised he's not on fire, honestly. Ashes, though. All right, with the lack of a shield tank, we need to play differently, so I'm gonna keep my head out from being in the open. I hate it when my own team nudges me so I can't line up my ice wall properly. There we go. Where's Bob? Where is he? I want to cut him off, but that's not gonna work. Ah, fuck! Fuck that up. How did Bob move? Who fucking launched him over there? Junkrat. I've almost got my ult, so I'm not gonna switch.
That could have gone better.
Thank you kindly.
60 seconds remaining.
I like playing a single character stream though. Like, I'm not trying to go up in rank, so like the only reason I would switch right now is just to prove a point that a switch would work, and it would. One of our tanks should realize that, but maybe they're in the same mindset as I am right now. They don't want to switch. And that's fine. You can't begrudge people for wanting to play what they want to play. We're not pros. Who gives a fuck, you know?
30 seconds remaining.
Okay, now I'll switch. I hope they take advantage of my ult. Looks like not. I don't think there was enough people around to. Alright, let's see if this does a difference.
Огонь по готовности.
Well, my team kind of got their shit together at the end, so it didn't matter.
Score 0-2. Switching sides. Prepare to
So I fucked up a few ice walls today. Quite a few, actually. It's a bit disappointing because I've been on my game better on my own time, but I haven't been horrible, May, though. You're a good boy. Yeah. I almost wonder if we got, like, a couch on this side that you guys can't see that Rudiger would settle down on streams, where it's Becky and I. Because I feel like he comes on and he doesn't, if he can't get on a lap, if he doesn't want to get on a lap, he doesn't know where to sit.
Our world is worth fighting for.
I also have a theory that if we
Hey,
keep the lights on in the rest of the house, if we keep the lights on during our streams, that the kiddies would have, that Rudiger would feel less stress. I think there's some weird, surreal aspect. Yeah, it wastes electricity, but I think there's some surreality, like, he doesn't, like, that makes him uncomfortable. He's like, why is the whole house dark except for the top floor that's super bright? Like, it's very out of the ordinary, so it kind of, like, fucks with his head. Maybe if we just kept the lights on, like, nothing was different.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Escort.
Super anal about electricity, especially that vibrator that you put in your butt. Why?
get in there.
Let's see you get
I love it when teams just kind of like watch the parade go by standing up there. Well, they can kind of, if they stay on the lift, they can stop the payload, I guess.
Coming up. This is not
This is an experiment for me. I don't usually go up here with Mei, but I want to see if it's effective. Wasn't much that could happen there. We're all dead apparently, so regroup. All right. Looking at their roster to see how I should adjust my play if I need to. What a surprise. Zarya and Reinhardt on both teams. I will admit, that's been a little bit like stagnant, and I would like to both play with and against teams that don't run Zarya and Reinhardt. I would like to see just a bit more variety in the, like, you can't tell people what to play. Thanks, but I thought I pressed the thing.
Wait for me. Your support has arrived. Be right back.
All right. We failed a couple pushes, so now they're playing arrogantly. Let's see if we can take advantage of that. God damn it! Can someone go in and take advantage of the frozen fucking people? Yay, thank you, Mercy. Mercy's nice. I don't usually get paid attention to by healers when I'm playing as Mei. Where are they coming from? Okay. So they have a Tracer on the other team. That's a good thing for me because I love playing against Mei, or at Tracer as Mei. Those one-shot kills with the ice, so satisfying on Tracer. So I was really surprised to learn something recently when the chat told me that Tracer runs 1.25 times faster than every other character, and I did not know that. Same as Genji, I had no idea, given these are two characters that I barely play, so. But I had no idea, it didn't look like it to me. I'm getting a lot of freezes without a lot of teams taking advantage of it. And that's making me play a little bit stupid because I'm like freezing characters then thinking that I have to be the one to kill them. So I run in and I'm playing recklessly. Oh, wrong spot. But I think... Please kill him, guys. He's being healed through it by... I think I cut off my team, so I'm dropping that ice wall. I think I cut off somebody, but I wasn't sure. Where is he? Oh, he was in front. Ah, fuck! Not what I wanted to do. All these slightly... What's he doing? We capped it. Oh, apparently dominating. Well, we didn't cap. Oh, that's a shame. I thought we did. I thought I heard the music. That's a shame. I thought we did it. I gotta put some blame on myself. I've messed up a lot of key ice walls that could have turned the tides. I couldn't see that Reinhardt because of my Reinhardt. I didn't know he was there. I think that's it for us.
Get back in the fight.
30 seconds remaining.
We have a Reinhardt ult, but the thing is we have 30 seconds to get there. This might be up to me
Is there a reason
to delay. Nine. I'm gonna wait till the last second so I have a ice block to use when I get down there.
Rains from above.
We might have pulled this out because of that. How come Reinhardt didn't freeze? I don't get it. Why didn't Reinhardt freeze? There. I'm confused. He got bubbled, but it's a blizzard. That should still get him frozen. Like, a blizzard lasts long enough that the bubble shouldn't save him from getting frozen, should it? It does save from a blizzard?
Play of the game.
I don't play enough Mei to know that, I guess. Nor Zarya, honestly. You could kind of tell that was going to go that direction from the very beginning. The way they were playing. And that Zen on their team was clutch. The hell? I turned off the heat. There we go. Is that why? Is it like, is that how that works? So the bubble takes what freezing he had received and negates it completely. It starts it at 0. So does the bubble only save from a blizzard? Like, because the reason it doesn't make sense to me that a bubble saves from the blizzard is that the blizzard lasts like, a bubble lasts like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Whereas a blizzard lasts like double that. So to me, if a bubble is deployed at the exact moment the blizzard starts, I feel like unless the Reinhardt gets out of there, he's gonna still freeze once that bubble wears off. So I guess what you guys are saying, that a bubble can save a person if the bubble waits until Reinhardt's at least a little bit frozen, a little bit into the blizzard, then bubble, then it saves him. And in that case, I can understand why. What wasn't making sense to me was how could it save him if, like, yeah, all right. Now that makes sense to me when I think about it that way. It's hard to picture that otherwise, like how that could be possible. Becky, could you bring my thin hoodie down on the workbench down there? My thin blue one. I need to be drinking more water too.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Hey. Good kitty. That's a good spot. Also, that was one of the most difficult maps for Mei to be effective on. But as I said at the top of the show, my perception has changed on where Mei can be effective. I think she can be effective on every map if you're playing her right. And I wasn't playing her too well. I was missing a lot of ice walls that I needed to hit. I was getting kind of panicky. I went on tilt a little bit, I think, or maybe not tilt, but I was adjusting my playstyle because of frustration, I think. Hey, good job, Winston. It's so hard to place an ice wall uphill like that. This is gonna be difficult without a proper shield tank.
大家都指望着我呢。
Helden sterben nicht.
Hello, Becky. Hi. Thank you for getting my sweater. Becky is doing taxes. so mourn for her. Pray for Mojo. Come on, team. Come on, man. Where is everybody? Where is the DPS? Do we have DPS? We don't. We do. I take up a slot, so that's partly my fault, but there was nobody around to take advantage of a frozen, blocked off Reinhardt.
Why we stopped? Group up.
A frozen Mercy does nothing if she's being protected by a Reinhardt shield. That's why you go after the Rein, so he'll drop his shield? Fuck me. There we go. Don't need to use my ult. I got time to put on my hoodie.
Reinhardt at your service.
Wait, America makes you pay taxes in both countries? What the fuck? There's no treaty there?
Moving the payload. Backup request.
That's fucked up. That is effed up. Does that go for every country? Does America make expats pay in no matter where you're living? That's taxation without representation, in my opinion, because you're not using that tax system. You're not taking advantage of the public services it pays for. You can't. You're not in the country. Guess we have to group up. I'm playing worse as the day goes on here.
Everybody come up here.
That could have gone better.
You just have to file. You don't. Oh, okay. I think you kind of still have to file in Canada too. You got to just keep on saying like, yes, I exist, and here's my zero income or whatever. Okay, I thought you were saying I have to pay taxes in both countries. That would just be so effed up. Oh no, Ryan, are you here? Ah, I didn't know, so I had to drop it. I'm not even leading my icicle shots right anymore. Oh, I would have got him if he didn't die.
This will record.
turning on me. Nerf this.
Get into position.
I see you, McCree. I'm better than you, McCree. Ryan, come back here. I need to buy time for our team. There we go. I left our Ryan in there because, like, I know what he was doing, but I can do it better.
Score.
What's my Overwatch League team?
Sides.
I want to cheer for the worst team. So probably Shanghai Dragons.
Prepare your devices. Select your
No, I want to cheer for the team that has the best attitude. So I probably would change my allegiance based on the players from season to season. Because I don't really care about the cities. I wish it worked that way for sports teams. I wish I could just change the team I cheer for based on what players I like, but there's something about like the team you grow up with. But in the case of it not being a team I grow up with, like the fact that like yes, I grew up near Toronto, but I don't like even though there's a Toronto team now, I don't really care. Like if they're nice guys, if they're really cool guys and good players, well, I don't care how good they are. If they're nice guys, good sports, good attitudes, then yeah, I'll cheer for them.
attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I can't wait to get into the fight.
Yeah, it's gotta be. It's gotta be rough. Like we've been lucky with the Blue Jays lately. We've really liked the attitude on the team, and the players have been just great. Like energy, but
3, 2, 1.
I just don't know what I'd do. Like I love baseball, but if they turn like they're doing a big change of their roster right now, and if they turn into a bunch of guys I don't like I don't know what I'm gonna do. They just got rid of my favorite player, the only jersey I own, Russell Martin, the catcher. And so, good idea, Ryan. So I'm a little sad about that. The best part about a Rhine and Mei combo is that in a Rhine on Rhine battle like that, where two Reinhardts are swinging hammers, Mei forces the opposite Rhine to put up his shield and give up on the Rhine battle, allowing your Reinhardt to potentially finish him off by just continuing to swing his hammer. She's the tipping point in those rock beats rock or rock doesn't beat rock scenarios. We should maybe get on this side of the pinch, everybody, and like, okay, all right. Okay. Oh yeah, Vancouver has a team too. So which team has, in your guys' opinion, the best attitudes? And does either team have any real, actual Canadians on their team? Since it works just like sports and they don't need to necessarily be from the place that they're playing for. Huh? Four, 3, 2, 1. Almost had that fucking May dead. Not playing great.
嘿，我又回来啦！
The Hangzhou Spark has been the best attitude. Chinese players. Is that Hong Kong? Hangzhou? I don't know that city. Hangzhou?
Turret deployed. My ultimate is ready.
Don't overextend, please, team. Just let them come through a bit. Let them. This is bad.
60 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have unleashed that. I probably should have looked up also when Farah started
This fight is
her
not
ult
over
instead
yet.
of just standing there with my ice at the pinch. But once you get your mindset on something, sometimes.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
I'm on fire.
I remember when I first started playing Overwatch and started playing this as a first-person shooter on a console. So it was two things that happened. A brand new game, plus the first time I'd actually played a serious first-person shooter experience on a console. So there was some trepidation, right, going into it. And I remember first playing Mei and seeing the combo of freeze, then tilt up and headshot with the icicle, and I was like, that's gonna be so inconsistent, like to be able to pull off reliably. Like that's so hard to like with a thumbstick to get it up, to nudge it up perfectly and hit and get the timing down. But man, you just realize how much muscle memory matters and how you can like surprise yourself with your capabilities when you practice. Twitch spiked in traffic when Al started. People are so funny. They say that Overwatch is dying. It's a 3-year-old game that continues to be in the top, like, when I just look casually. This isn't like, comprehensive knowledge, but it looks like it's always in pretty much the top 5 to 7 games being streamed. People are cheering for Owl. They're buying merch. They're like, cosplayers are going all over the place. Like, it feels like it's the dominant cosplay choice right now still.
Traveling to Nepal.
Some of the most popular stuff on Pornhub is I was about to say apparently. No, I know it's Overwatch stuff. They reported on like the top 3 characters on Pornhub. That's the true measure of something's popularity. It decided Betamax versus VHS. It decided Blu-ray versus DVD, HD DVD, and it will decide Overwatch versus Apex
The world is worth fighting for. This is no time for
Legends.
standing
Or so I've been told. I'm not gonna be that guy. I know it's true. I've heard. We have got to do an Overwatch porn show on this show. On another show, like I've been for a long time thinking we would do, ever since we did that one where we watched the Rhythm Heaven Fever porn thing and then blurted out how funny that was. And then there was sort of an unofficial sequel to that where Becky described what she saw on a Rule 34 that I looked up, and people love that. But I was thinking, I said on another show that we should start a Pornhub channel where we play adult games for fun. Like, me and Becky playing adult games could be hilarious, I think. And the reason I brought that up on another stream was because we were discussing YouTube and what fucking shit it's been to creators lately, and that they need competition, and that one of the most viable competitions for them is Pornhub because of its dominant, like it's such a huge thing with the infrastructure needed to take on something like YouTube.
Enemy C. This is not your time.
I love, well, All right, guys, let's take advantage of their stupid moves. Where is he? Okay. Okay, so they overextended. Whoops. Fuck that up. I've been fucking up so many ice walls, it doesn't matter, my team wasn't with me. Where did they go? We took out the Rhine. We could advance on the point. Where did the team go? Where did they go? This team is all over the map. They don't want to play together. Did they all go chase down the McCree that ulted, that failed his ult? They decide to go after him after? I thought Pornhub tries its best to not steal content. Like, yes, a lot of like content obviously gets uploaded without the permission of the creators, just like any other service, but I thought that they were really vigilant. As vigilant as they can be, like.
Everyone is counting on me. Right beside you.
Where? Look at this. Look at that. What's Tracer doing? What is going on? Why isn't our team playing together? What is Tracer doing all off by herself? Like on the other side of the fucking map.
Enemy C.
Score 0-1.
Imagine logging into Pornhub and requesting a video, or seeing a video thumbnail of Fraser raging at a porn game.
Check this out.
Where was that ice wall going? I might need to switch things up. May's just not working for me anymore. I'm playing real bad. Wow, that was an easy ice wall to place, and I failed. And we need, yeah, I'm just gonna switch because we don't have a DPS working for our team right now. The Tracer's, oh yeah. The Tracer's off on her own. I guess that's one of the key things. When you play a Mei and she takes a DPS slot, she can be really effective if a team's playing together. But if you're lacking a DPS who's playing with the team, then you have to, unfortunately, play around her bad decision and fix things. But I've been playing a lot of Reaper lately, and I'm not sure I've talked about him. So maybe I'll talk about playing Reaper. Well, now I'm just chilling on Pornhub, says Becky. The descriptions on the videos are amazing, yeah.
You're powered up. Get in.
Yay.
For special attack. Behind you.
When you're playing as Reaper, you see a... Wow, she got me again. She got the fucking Orisa too. At least she's not capping, but she's sure pinging off a lot of people. Keep your heads in. Timing Hammond on the rotations of a Hammond when you're Reaper is same as Soldier. It's kind of interesting. Not gonna ult. Not gonna ult. Not the time. There goes our Tracer again, doing nothing. I got 2 before he killed me. Come on, Tracer, do something. She's on fire, so she's doing something, but what the I don't understand. Maybe she's doing something. It's just... Maybe she's running distraction. It's hard to tell with characters like that. I love going on good Hammond runs. It can be a lot of fun when you're in a groove with him. But yeah, that's the problem with playing as Mei, is that when it's not working, and there's lots of characters where you can just kind of force your way through and still carry your team through if you're playing really well as that character, even if you've been countered sometimes. And even if your team isn't playing with you properly. But with Mei, yeah, very often have to reassess every respawn basically. You gotta look and be like, is this team, not is Mei working with this team, is this team working with Mei? Type of idea. I hate not playing with headphones. I don't know if anybody's behind me or beside me, or where are they? Where is that coming from? What? Oh, he's one of these Lucios, eh? One of the camping Lucios that just waits for his opportunity. I only got the Lucio, huh? Fuck.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Sorry, I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
Becky's doing a deep dive on Pornhub. Well, that is what's interesting about Pornhub, is they're so social media active, like just media active, and like they're always announcing their stats and like letting everybody know things, like interesting facts, and it like, I don't know, I think it does a lot for their brand that they're like, it doesn't feel like they're hiding anything, they're just like here to show you what y'all been watching. Some countries really like anal. One of the weirdest trends on Pornhub is the whole incest thing. Is like, it's funny because it comes from creators that are obviously not, you know, brother and sister, but they'll because it gets lots of views, they'll title it like, you know, having sex with my stepsister while my dad's out or something, and it's like this fantasy that they're feeding. And they don't even, in the video, they don't do any role play like, hey, you're my stepsister. They just, it's a simple, like, normal porn video. But they just title it like that so that, like, you know, if your fantasy requires that you be told that that's what's true, then here you go. But but on our like description of our channel, it says clearly that we're a couple from Connecticut. You know. Oh, that's where that is. Yes. I've been looking for this lens cap. Why would it be in my pajamas? What were they doing? Maybe one more match. What time is it? 12:30. Yeah, one more match, maybe. Hey, buddy. Suicide Girls is a bit of a bunch of cunts, though, because the administration. Because first I've heard, but this is one of those I heard, they don't treat a lot of their models very well, but like, you know, being jerks. But one of the main ones is Becky and I remembers a long time ago, and then they just like out of nowhere, like 6 years after we canceled our membership, emailed both of us separately and are like, we miss you, come back to Suicide Girls. It's like, dude, like you don't just do that out of the blue 6 years later when you're a fucking erotica site. Like if Becky and I cared, if we were in different relationships and had access to each other's inboxes and were one of those couples who gave a shit, that were weirded out by something, like that's fucked up. Like you just shouldn't do that out of the blue after 6 fucking years. Or more. It was a long time. And they're like, come back, come join the site again. One of those just like marketing emails. I'm gonna play May again. Maybe it'll work with this team.
World is worth fighting
Trying to just
for.
keep a theme going on this episode.
Group up with me.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Finally, I have beaten the champion at arm wrestling. Acknowledge.
That's funny. Fist of Fury muted for a moment to listen to commotion outside, then came back to some countries really like anal.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
That was an experiment. I'm kind of still experimenting with her, so I'll do things that I'm not even sure are really great moves. I just want to see if they'll work. That didn't really work. We want somebody to overextend here. Come on, come on. Come. No! Shit. Yeah, that didn't. I should drop it, yeah. At least I separated the... It didn't matter. We had some really good luck at the beginning of the game with teams that would take advantage of May's cornering of the enemy.
Much obliged.
And we're yet again playing with a team with 2 off DPS, myself as May and Symmetra. So we don't have like a proper... Fucking hell. How did he know that I was gonna come out early? He just guessed. Smart, I guess.
Thank you.
We also have a Torb, so we're lacking a tank. All right, I'll fix the team, as I often do. That's when I raise in rank, is when I play flex. When I fix teams' problems, that's when I go up to like, start climbing back up again, is when I decide that I'm not bored with playing my old characters and fix teams' problems for them. It's good, like, you know, to every so often though take time out to learn a new character, even if you know it's gonna make you drop rank and stuff. Oops, I should have dropped a... I'm treating Orisa like Mei. I also just used my L3 as though it was an ice block. I thought it would save me. It's hard to get out of that headspace.
Installing up.
What the? Where am I? There. Oh my god, that sounds amazing, Miss Fable. These guys are playing super aggro, eh? Holy shit. And it's working for them. Alright, given that, okay, they have projectile heroes, they have... Jesus, I don't know how to solve this for this team. I don't know what to do. If they're playing aggro, they need to be punished for it, which would work with Mei. Mei could really punish that, but my team's not responding to good Mei placements.
Cease your resistance.
Somebody get the fucking good. Jesus.
Pass into the eyes. It's
You think Zarya? Alright, I don't play a lot of Zarya, so that's a character I need to get better at so I know when to use her and in which to... Oh, Anna just saved Zarya. Maybe I should pick Zarya? Uh-oh, I'm back. Might have survived if I used Fortify, but I didn't. We need picks, team.
Together, we are strong.
Oh, well.
I'm on it. Got it. I'm on it.
Surprise Bastion can be pretty effective at last minute because it doesn't give the team any time to adjust. Like, Bastion is a character that demands you adjust to. You have to change your team strategy. It's one of those few characters that changes the dynamic of the battlefield so much, you kind of have to, like, unless your team's just dominating. It's okay, Becky. But yeah, last second Bastion defense can like really fuck up another team sometimes. Especially since towards the end,
Together.
so I just saw somebody said #2 search last year on Pornhub was Fortnite. Yeah, because of all those like classic Fortnite characters people want to see have sex, you know, like girl in crazy outfit and guy with crazy outfit on, and you know my favorite character, that really funny character, you know, the one in the crazy outfit that looks like a generic human, that generic guy in camo, and then the guy who likes to carry that AK-47 around, that one. He's so funny. I love his relationship with the other guy who wears crazy outfit. You know, you might remember him. He has that really generic face. Yeah, classic characters like that. Just imagine like seeing them in like a sexual situation. It's kind of weird to think of, huh? Like, it's so, wouldn't expect to ever see that. You're ruining my point. Yeah, it's the backstory that really gets me off. So like, knowing that like these two characters both dropped out of a plane and they wore crazy outfits when they did, and then they did like a little, like they did that dance that rapper does, and that's, imagine if they did that in a porn. See, that's why Overwatch is popular in porn. It's because like you have these characters with personalities and backstories, and you're like, you see like Rule 34 of like Junkrat and May, and you're like, what? Of course, I shipped that a long time ago. Well, I'm liking this 100% charge on Zarya. This is why it's fun. I'm gonna die now. You're gonna die now. The most searched gay category is straight, which is kind of ironic. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, like, I could imagine that being some like gay person's fetish is like a straight person who's confused or something and like being like, I think I like this. I don't like this. I do. Straight guy has gay sex. Realizes he's not straight. Wait, that defeats the whole purpose. What do I tag this video? Ah, that was a panic ult. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to play this character. I don't play her enough. That was bad. As a gay guy, I feel attacked. A straight gone rogue.
Moira is here.
Practice. My primary objective. Move the
Get
payload.
into position.
The power of destruction.
Saved him! I'm a good Zarya. I think one of the reasons I don't play a lot of Zarya is that, well, sometimes my aim lets me down. Like, I don't track the characters as well as I think I should in order to make a kill. Oh my god. Shit, I let her down. Do we have anybody playing on the team with us, or is it just me and Anna? Oh, they're all dead and respawning. I should play more Zarya, but right now she's so in fashion that I would never get to choose her to practice with her. I would never get as many opportunities as I'd like because people would be picking her. And then because she's super popular, people would be, I do know to do this. You're doing well. There we go. That's pretty good. Top 6 include mom, MILF, and stepmom. Yeah. That's interesting. MILFs are very popular. Well, MILFs are hot. I just personally prefer it not being my own mother. But each to their own. If it's just a fantasy, that's okay. Hell, I gotta help him, but I don't have a bubble available. Wow, being a charged up Zarya is fun. You feel the vibration in the controller. That's why she loves that gun so much. Superior firepower. Giant vagina needs giant gun. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if that was a good idea. Ooh. She like insta-kills when she's charged up, man. It's amazing. No wonder people are addicted to her.
Score 3-3.
Yeah, poor PC players don't get the vibration. Yeah, PC players don't know the joy of being on a roll and feeling like the rumble of your gun, the vibration of a weapon.
Together, we are strong.
Yeah, I guess I just wish people would stop picking her so much, because then I'd probably like spend some time getting like I've in the past spent some time trying to learn her and gotten better at her, and then kind of fallen out of love with playing. So I've just never stuck with her for a very long time. So though I have learned how to play her in the past, there's learning how to play, then there's like making it second nature and learning next level strats, and I haven't really done that. There's knowing how to play a character, then there's instinct that you build and stuff. So yeah, if people weren't picking her so much, maybe I'd spend a little bit more time trying to get to know her. But like I was gonna say earlier, not only do people pick her a lot so you don't get the opportunity to practice, but also if you do pick her and it took somebody else's, like that she's somebody else's favorite character right now to play, and they don't get to play as her, they're gonna be on, like suddenly they're angry and they're gonna like choose Torb or Widowmaker or something like that, even though they've never played. You're gonna get one of those default skin Widowmakers on your team that's saying thanks over and over again. Thank you, Anna. One of the dangers to being a fully charged Zarya is you forget that you do self-damage, and suddenly your self-damage has been amplified. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works, because I feel like I die quicker to my own blast when I'm charged up.
Into the iris.
Please, somebody stay on the payload. Okay, you're gonna stay on the payload, right, Bastion? So I can go ahead and like keep forward pressure. I can't tell with pubs. Have to use my ult to keep people off the payload. What? Okay. I'm 100% charged, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some kills because it's fun. I don't care if it's a good idea or not. I mean, if it staggers people, that's good, right? I'm gonna blame some of my bad play on the really intriguing conversations going on in chat. It's very distracting. I keep on looking down and wanting to catch up. I thought I had a bubble for myself, but I didn't. I thought I could be overly aggressive there. We did pretty good for I don't know what our timer was for that, but we did pretty good, I thought.
Score 4-3. Switching sides. Prepare your defenses.
Yeah, she's insanely powerful. I remember in the early days of playing Zarya that people really underestimated her. So when you were charged up, you got to kind of like get away with murder. Like nobody respected her beam. So all of a sudden they're dying to her and they're like, what? Like you could tell they were frustrated. Like people keep on trying to kill you, but you're like burning through them. But nowadays people have learned, people are smarter. Although that's not always the case, because one of my biggest gripes with this game's matchmaking system is I think, and I don't know, I'm not an engineer or I'm not a programmer, so maybe there's challenges involved, but I would like it if priority was given when matchmaking people to their seniority in the game. If there is a plethora of players to match together, and if the gaming system has a choice to match together a bunch of silver bordered people with, or single ringed bronze bordered people together, like it'll give preference to putting the veterans together and letting the newer players, that's assuming they haven't started new player profiles, grouping them together so that it's really frustrating. I feel like when you've put a lot of time into a profile, so you obviously care about your profile. You have all these skins, but like you have these people who've just started a new character, or just started a new one to be a troll or something, and you're getting matched up with them. Yes, it would suck for genuine noobs who are like getting to know the game and they're being matched up with like people who just started a character, either Smurf or troll. But they're gonna work their way out of that over time. They'll get to get higher. They're just, on console especially, where they don't have to buy a new copy of the game to get a new profile, you find a lot of single bordered character people, and it can be pretty frustrating when it's clear they're just here to like be an asshole. It doesn't happen as much on the Japanese servers, but it does happen. I got hit by a lot of people there. As much fun as she is to play, though, I will say that Zarya, there is some parts of Zarya that I don't like in the game, and it's the fact that it makes people feel bad for shooting. And I know that's the whole core of her character, and I actually really like the dynamic, but it also does suck when her meta is right now so strong, and it feels like in half the matches you go into, you can't fire a weapon because you're constantly charging up a Zarya, no matter what you do, it feels like. And that, Jeff's talked about that before, how he doesn't want to create characters or things that make people feel like it was. I remember reading an article about how in the early days, they gave tanks alt charge for blocking damage, and then they realized how shitty that felt as a player to be firing your weapon and knowing with every bullet you are charging up the opposite team. I guess that factor still occurs when it comes to healers, because with every... She was stronger than me. But I think we got this, especially if I get res.
Reality bends to my will.
All right, that's a good one to end on, guys. some pretty good matches today. Some bad ones. Some rusty play from me. Some okay play from me towards the beginning.
Play of the game.
I'll show you before we go. I don't know if I've been doing this today because I've been talking a lot, but I usually like to vote 3 people on my team. Even when we lose, even though sometimes that's hard to do. I'll admit, I don't do it all the time. When you lose, sometimes it's hard to find anybody who did good on your team. Usually I'll still give it to healers though. I want to see if I can find like some of my better May rollouts. When was this? Wasn't this today? This was today. I don't remember sharing. Was this today? Yeah, this is one of the... Okay. No, this was yesterday. So look at this May rollout. This is why this is the type of stuff that changed my mind about where May can be used. Look how amazing she can be on attack if you're aggressive and you hit your walls right. Bam, 2 characters dead, and they did nothing wrong. That team did not really anything wrong, right? They didn't know that was gonna happen, but like May can take advantage. Like and then another one, he gets away, but I mean, same thing happens. He dies. Like seriously, if you're precise and perfect with your walls, which takes a lot of practice, but when you get good at it, May can be amazing in every situation. That's why I started to change my opinion about her. But like, you know, you got to be consistent. She can also really hurt a team. I think one other, I've shown Becky one of my May times recently, just to show you some other good times. I think it's here, yeah. Here was a particularly great time that I played with a Reinhardt who was super aggressive and amazing. Yeah, this whole defense is incredible. This Reinhardt is so aggressive and he recognizes the power of a May wall. Bam, 1. I was playing with a 5-stack here and they gave me so many kudos after. They all voted me a good teammate. There he goes again. I kind of fucked up the wall there, but it still ended up being okay.
Enemy contact.
Well, Hobbs for apples, you're saying that, yeah, if the opposite team adjusts to a May strat, then they're going to... Watch, they teleport a Bastion forward. Even though that wall kind of fucked up again. Yeah, if they adjust, but this is the thing in pubs, teams often won't adjust. Like it's too, I was saying earlier how by the time, like, so if you get that first kill with May, a team's like, oh fuck, we waited all this time in spawn, now our main tank is already down and we have to kind of wait for him to respawn, you know, unless we want to throw ourselves in there and see what we can do with 5v6, which sometimes works out, but anyways. It really, in a pub situation, after they've waited all that time spawning, and now suddenly they're told they have to wait for their main tank to come back, they get really frustrated, and so people get impatient, they start putting themselves out of order, they start going in when they shouldn't. And they do like, usually it takes like 3 pushes before they start to get pissed off about a May and start to really adjust to deal with her. So pubs, it works quite well.
Hey, 我又回来啦。
I'm actually playing behind the camera.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
Like Bastion, May can be a really effective character, I think, especially when she's used in spurts, when she's like, you bring her out as a surprise, then when they adjust, you take her away, then you bring her back out again once they've gone back to their favorite characters. Like, she can really mess with their heads. same as Bastion. You have Bastion just for long enough for them to adjust their team to him. Then you switch away. Then when they've adjusted back, you go back again. And you really piss them off. I couldn't get to Zenyatta's head there because of the D.Va hitbox. The invisible part of her hitbox. Yeah, Becky's pretty impressive. Here's a Reaper trying to get out. Yeah, like, this is one of those times where I was on a roll, which I didn't really end up doing today. Didn't get on a real May roll. Oh, fucked up that wall. I should have taken it down quicker than I did. I mean, Becky should have. Sometimes when Becky plays, I like to pretend I'm the one playing so I can... It's a fantasy. So anyways, this is why I feel like Overwatch will have, like, I don't know how long this game is gonna last. Like, I feel it's gonna last for another, like, they're gonna keep releasing characters. Eventually that will have to come to kind of like something will have to give there because you can't add. I remember reading a developer interview where they said like they didn't want to have, she ate my ult. Becky's ult. They don't want to have unlimited characters. They don't want to get too many because it'll be really unapproachable to the game where the strategies will get too hard to like understand because there's too many variables. So they said it wasn't out of the, and I don't think they really meant this, but they said like maybe retiring characters, but I think they went back on that. They said, no, we'll never retire a character because people got upset. They're like, I'm spending all this time. I liked the idea, but yeah, they said they would never do it. But anyways, when it comes to the life of the game, if they feel like they've released too many characters and they can't release any new ones, what do? Do Overwatch 2? Reset the entire roster? Do they... Yeah, like just wipe out the whole roster so nobody can be upset because technically if you want to play Pharah, you can always go back to Overwatch 1 and play Pharah, but if you want to play new Overwatch, you play new Overwatch with its new cast. I don't know. I feel like with the way that they're releasing 3 characters to, how many new ones a year? 6 new characters, that's 2 years worth. So they release 3 new characters a year. It's hard to say how many characters would be too many. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe part of characters being retired is the fact that they get constantly buffed and nerfed and buffed and nerfed. So retirement just means an ebb in popularity for a character. So maybe it doesn't matter that there would be 50 characters. Maybe people could still not think it was too complicated to get into. Make an unlock system if they want to make hundreds of characters like League of Legends. But as it is, I feel like with 3 characters a year, they could go at least like 4 or 5 more years before I feel like people would get to the point where they're like, all right, maybe it's too chaotic now. Maybe there's too many variables in the game that it's hard to focus. Thinking of it like a card game, like Magic the Gathering that has sets, or like Hearthstone, how you have sets and you rotate out sets. There's that aspect of like how you could like do things. I don't know. It's not my job, but I'm just thinking of how they could prevent chaos in a game where too many cards were being heroes.
Hey, 我又回来啦。
Masters and Senior League, yeah, they could have like a division, 2 divisions. You could play Classic within the same game. They could like release, they could make it so that, say, yeah, that's actually a really interesting idea. If you look at the hero gallery, imagine they tomorrow, or like not tomorrow, but let's say at the end of this year when 3 new characters are released total. And then they said there's original roster Overwatch, and we're gonna make that Overwatch Classic. And then every character that's been released since launch, plus 3 that released this year, will be new Overwatch. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 characters. And the original roster was how many? How many was the original? 1, 2, 8 new characters since launch. So if you add 3 to that, so I'm just like hypothesizing at the end of this year they say they make this announcement. There's 21 at launch? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. Wow, there was 21. But yeah, like, or imagine once they get like 15 new characters that have been released since launch, and then they say, that's new Overwatch. 15. Or, you know, thinking like all of a sudden they released all 6 characters Jeff's talking about at once and said, Overwatch 2 announced. It's DLC, or they never would want to do that. That would split the community. But anyways, there's like 2 leagues, new leagues, 6 new characters have just been added in one big go, and they treat it like a new game release. It's the new recruits or something. And so you have the original 21, and then there's like an extra, and then you have like 16 new ones, 21 old ones. So you can play classic Overwatch, or you can play this, or you can play an Overwatch mode where all characters are included. They could do that maybe. That could be, I think I would be into that. Maybe just you have different leagues with different types. Anyways, I trust them. Blizzard's good at what they do. Thanks for watching, guys. It's fun having these casual streams. Try to do more of them every so often. See you next time. Goodbye. See you on Pornhub. The deeper I get in conversation, the more I suck at the game, I swear, guys. The longer the show goes on, the more chatterboxy I get. Well, I started the show, but at least I started the show talking about what I was currently doing in the game versus different topics. Anyways, it was fun. Not sure when the next stream is. I think not for at least a couple days, but I know that we want to do some Awesome Piece Theaters, which will be Pokemon this month at some point over the next couple weeks, obviously. I would like to do 2 nights of Pokemon so that we can get through a lot more episodes this time. But we'll see what we can accomplish. But yeah, we're submitting our taxes tomorrow, which means a trip to some fucking place to do it. And it's a nice day tomorrow, so we'll probably go enjoy the weather. And then the next day is Chinese New Year, which we're going to go to the biggest Chinatown in Japan to go see. And then the next day would be Wednesday. Yeah, we'll see when we do stuff. Yokohama, yes. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.